I have been privileged to work with Professor Barbara Osborne over the last 10 years, and not a day goes by that I don't see her sitting one-on-one with a student to help them navigate the complexity of the law, discuss career paths, or provide mentorship in some way. June 2021 marks 23 years that Barbara has taught at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and throughout this time, she has devoted her professional life to enriching the lives of her students through a thoughtful examination of the law related to the sport industry. She loves what she does. She is passionate about the law and passionate about teaching, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate and honor her years of selfless service than through this award. In my nomination letter, I outlined her storied career as a preeminent sport law scholar. She has earned awards, given hundreds of talks, skillfully utilized captivating teaching methods, and given thousands upon thousands of hours of endless service. But nothing speaks to her legacy as an educator more than her network of alumni who are now conference commissioners, athletic directors, and other industry leaders that come to Chapel Hill seemingly weekly to say hello and give back to our current students. They reference things that she taught them that they use daily in their lives, in their careers, or every once in a while in critical moments of crisis or decision. She lifts and inspires everyone around her and exemplifies what we should all strive to become as educators. It is with gratitude and honor that I introduce the NASSM Distinguished Sport Management Educator Award winner, Barbara Osborne.
Thank you, Dr. Waite, for that wonderful introduction and for taking the time and effort to nominate me for this award. Congratulations to the other NASSM award winners, Dr. Dixon, Dr. Haber, and Dr. McDowell, as well as those who have achieved Research Fellow status and the Student and Research Grant Award winners too. It's a wonderful and special moment to be recognized alongside such amazing scholars and to join the ranks of all of the distinguished sport management educators who have previously been recognized. It feels like these awards have been such a long time in coming. It was unimaginable a year ago that the NASSM conference would not be held in person again because of the pandemic. However, because of the pandemic, I think there's been a renewed focus on the importance of good teaching. NASSM is mostly a celebration of research, but unless you have a 100% administrative or research position, you were hired to be an educator. As an educator, your focus has to be on students. If necessary, remind yourself that you wouldn't have a job without them. The pandemic has forced me to really evaluate not only what I am teaching, but why I am teaching it and how it is taught. I've spent more time in teaching seminars in the past 15 months than I did in my first year of teaching. And no matter how good a teacher you think you are, I encourage you to engage with your Center for Teaching Excellence, or whatever you may call it, and continue to learn and grow as a teacher. Your students deserve that. Ironically, the pandemic has also created wonderful possibilities for collaboration. One device that I will continue to use is to connect with content experts as guest lecturers. I encourage you to build reciprocal relationships with others to exchange guest lectures in your areas of expertise. Speaking of expertise, I believe that I am the first NASSM award winner to have a JD, so I'm going to take advantage of this platform to advocate for hiring lawyers to teach sport law. Every area of specialization in sport management requires special expertise, so it is shocking to me that so many programs just assign the sport law class to whatever faculty is willing to do it. Law touches every aspect of the sport industry, and legal training provides a foundational insight that teaching from the text will never achieve. I also want to advocate for hiring people with industry experience, along with the appropriate academic credentials, of course. The things that are learned working in the industry also provide insight and applied examples that students will not typically get from just reading. Physical health, mental health, and racial justice dominated the news this past year. And this provided another opportunity to examine how we approach teaching. I encourage you to look closely at not only how you present, but also model these concepts. Our words and actions have a huge impact on our students, and physically exhausted and mentally stressed faculty are incapable of giving their best. Similarly, we can't inspire students to give their best if the language and images we use in class are not inclusive. And physically exhausted and mentally stressed students need our grace to be able to get through whatever burdens they have been bearing. Personally, I've had to reprioritize as I was diagnosed with breast cancer in February. In true teaching public service announcement form, I'm sharing this to remind women to get their mammograms, but both men and women should also do self-exams on a monthly basis. I had a clean mammogram last June and found a lump 7 months later. Because I found it early, I've been very fortunate in my prognosis. I'm also feeling fortunate that I was able to record this when I still had hair. Speaking of good fortune, I want to give a shout out to my colleagues at UNC. Ariane Waite, Nels Pop, Jonathan Jensen, Bob Malikoff, Brad Bates, and Danielle Smith are rock stars that constantly challenge me to up my game. I look forward to going to work every day because of them, and of course, because of our amazing students. Thank you so much to NASSM and to the NASSM Awards Committee for giving me this honor, and to all of you for your collegiality and support.